Welcome back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night, and that is some awesome stuff to see. We are now at rank 5 Pokeball tier in the singles ranked Series 1 singles. That is a mouthful. I'm probably going to re-record this several times. But here we go. We are up against a Naclstack. And of course, here we've got our fantastic Pikachu. Now, with our last battle, of course, we did some serious work in there with the Scizor and the Gastrodon. I figured, why not give Pikachu a chance to shine? So we're going to go in for the Fake Out here. Fake Out is going to make contact with the Naclstack. And of course, it is going to be able to flinch it, so it's not able to take a turn. Now, one thing about this Pikachu is that we actually have Surf onto him, and that is actually going to make direct contact with the Naclstack, taking him down into the red zone. Now, he does have Stealth Rock, so he does set up some entry hazards there for us. So any kind of Pokemon that has any kind of a sash is now going to be screwed. So we're going to go in for another Surf here. He knows it, and he's actually going to call back his Naclstack, going into a new Pokemon. Now, the Pokemon that comes onto the field is Meowscarada, and if you guys know, Meowscarada is a very common Pokemon in Pokemon VGC, as well as in Smogon Competitive. Now, one thing I realize here is that my Terra type is Electric. Now, if you guys don't realize, that is a huge mistake, and I forgot to give him Terra Ice. So, unfortunately for us, we are actually forced to swap out. We're going to go into our Scovillain, and Scovillain, of course, is a Grass Fire type Pokemon. Now, the Meowscarada, of course, is Protein, changes to the Dark type, and gets that decent knockoff. Now, because of the Stealth Rocks and the power of the knockoff, unfortunately, we were not able to survive the attack, and Scovillain is now down and out. However, we do happen to have Mimikyu, and Mimikyu might be our saving grace here into this battle due to the Disguise. Now, of course, we get hit by the Stealth Rocks that are the entry hazards. In comes the Knockoff, and of course, he's able to break the Disguise of the Mimikyu. However, we do have the Play Rough. Now, Play Rough, of course, should be enough to take out this Dark-type Meowscarada, which it is, and it is able to knock him out and faint. So we now are paired up with our numbers of Pokemon. We both have 2 Pokemon remaining on either side. I have Pikachu and Mimikyu. He has Naclstack. Now, mind you, Naclstack is hurting big time. He was down into the red zone, so really one decent hit should be enough to take him out. So the Pokemon that's coming in from our opponent's side is going to be a Ceruledge. Now, Ceruledge, of course, is a Ghost-type Pokemon. I do have Shadow Sneak and Shadow Claw. However, I decide I'm going to go in for the Terra Ghost typing here and try to get some decent damage off onto the Ceruledge. Now, unfortunately, here in this situation, as I went for the Shadow Claw, Ceruledge, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, I apologize, is going to go in for the Swords Dance. Okay, now Swords Dance, of course, is going to boost up his attack stat, and we are going to get the Shadow Claw off. However, he's able to survive with a Focus Sash. Now, one thing we have to take into consideration here is the fact of the weak armor. When you get a decent hit off onto the Ceruledge, of course, it's going to increase his speed. So I'm going to go in for the Shadow Sneak here, and of course, he's going to go in for the Terra typing of his Ceruledge. And that is probably also going to be Ghost, which it is. And now we're going to have a little bit of a speed issue here. As you guys know, Mimikyu is not very fast when it comes to this particular situation. So unfortunately, his Shadow Sneak is able to outspeed mine and take out my Mimikyu. Now, with the Ceruledge down to 1 hit point and the Naclstack in back, we only have our Pikachu left. Now, I'm pretty sure Pikachu is not going to be able to hit here with the Fake Out due to the normal typing of Fake Out. So realistically, I have Thunderbolt and Surf left. So I don't think we're going to be able to outspeed that Ceruledge, but we are definitely going to try here. We're going to go in for the, I think, Thunderbolt here. Now, of course, Thunderbolt, we're not able to outspeed him. It would have knocked him out, of course, because he's down to 1 hit point, but unfortunately for us, that Shadow Sneak and the boosts are going to be enough to take me out. Definitely didn't matter with that storage dance, by the way. But that is going to be game. So good game. Thank you very much for the battle. And we are going to progress again in our singles battle.